Today on TNT Big Show. Wow. Yeah, the Sony showcase was shown. All today on TNT Big Show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michelle Lynn Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
Welcome to TNT Big Show. And if you like our content, please hit that subscribe button and ring-a-ding-ding, that notification bell to keep update with all our latest videos. And if you want to help with that pesky algorithm, watch the whole video, leave a thumbs up, comment, save it to a playlist, or share it to social media. And Sony was hyping up this showcase like it was the must-see event of the year, and that there was going to be tons of big new announcements and everything. And, well, that didn't happen.
Once again, we'll go into it a little later, but Sony has a history of ripping off Nintendo. Controller, gameplay styles, innovations, everything. Now they're doing it again. There's a Sony PlayStation Wii U. That's right, a Sony PlayStation Wii U.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a minute.
Yeah.
But this is, oh my god, this is just something else, isn't it? Microsoft is going to have Starfield, and they have a big presentation coming up June 11th. If Microsoft can get a couple of big bangers to come out by the end of the year, you guys could be in trouble.
Yeah.
Because this showcase was hyped up. It's your guys' fault, really. Because I'm just going to flat out say this. I didn't think it was horrible. But the reason why so many people were disappointed was they were promised a big juicy steak and they ended up getting a decent cheeseburger. It wasn't that the show was bad. It was all the expectations that Sony set up on this thing.
Yeah.
And even pro Sony thumpers like Dreamcast guy and them were disappointed. See, I actually thought a couple games looked pretty good. Innovative and cute-looking indie games, but, you know, those aren't going to sell on the PlayStation.
Sony ponies like to refer to them as mobile phone games.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna waste their money on them.
No. Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake, 1, 2, and 3 were announced, but these are also on Xbox. They're not PlayStation exclusive. Sony did do a deep dive on Marvel Spider-Man 2, which, to be honest, if I'm being honest, really didn't impress me that much. It was just more of the same. I mean, yeah, sure, the action pieces were nice and stuff. I think a lot of people are too easily impressed by these Sony games because they're so paint by the numbers nowadays.
And oh wow, holy cow, did you see after this presentation, the Final Fantasy 16 pre-order shot up 100%? Nobody cares about Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is meh.
Yeah.
Nobody really cares about Final Fantasy anymore. We're pulling out the 90s catchphrases for that one. Not.
Yeah.
But anyway, and yes, let's just get to it. Project Q was shown. Sony's quote-unquote answer to the Nintendo Switch.
It's the Wii U all over again.
You have to be near a PS5, and you can stream games. This is the dumbest ideal I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Sony?
Yeah.
This was an atrocious device, and I love the Wii U, but the Wii U didn't exactly set the world on fire, did it?
No, it didn't. It bombed.
A better company did it.
Yeah. We just looked at that motion control microphone that they had.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're always ripping off Nintendo. And when they do, it never works.
But if Nintendo could not get this, oh look, there's a second controller in your hand and you can play it in the same room. If they couldn't get that to fly, Sony's not going to get it. This is going to be a disaster.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a separate thing and it's going to cost some moolah.
Yeah. And guess what? For you, like, it's a portable. No, it's not. You mean if I buy it, it will not work without a PlayStation 5. The Switch, all you need is the Switch itself anywhere you want. You can't do this with this thing.
But as far as the games were shown, the indie titles were pretty good.
They were pretty good. They were interesting.
Yeah.
But you know those aren't going to sell.
No.
Brain dead Sony ponies are interested in artistical games?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
The other games, just typical
Yeah.
Dark, Western appealing, first-person shooter, 3D action games like Assassin's Creed. I really don't care, you know.
They tried half attempts. Look, we have Japanese JRPGs. They're not going to sell on the PlayStation 5. They're not. They will not sell.
Yes, Spider-Man 2 was the best-looking thing there, but that's really, for me, not saying a lot.
It was just another bland Marvel movie.
But the gameplay just looks so similar.
That's what I'm saying, to the Avengers.
Yeah, to the first one.
Yeah, well, and to the Avengers. There's nothing special about it.
No.
And boy, Venom, Peter Parker.
You know, I mean, a lot of Venom fans are going to be upset about that.
Yeah.
Like I said, game-wise, some of the indie titles were impressive.
Besides the plaid games and stuff, I'm going to really nail Sony for. Stop using their state of plays or whatever they're called to promote other things that have nothing to do with Sony. I already know Fast and the Furious 10 is out in the movie. Oh, wait a minute. That was Gran Turismo, the movie? Seriously? Oh.
Yeah.
A movie about Gran Turismo? I could even see him going for God of War.
God of War, Horizon,
you know.
Heck, The Last of Us turned out to be a very good show.
Yeah. Gran Turismo? Like I said, we've already seen Fast X.
Yeah, and that wasn't good either.
No.
If I had to grade this, I would give it a 4 out of 10.
Yeah. The only thing that saved it for me were the indie games.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. The indie games were pretty neat. The Spider-Man thing just went on too long.
Yeah, way too long.
But, again, if I hadn't seen Venom, I wouldn't be able to tell which game was which. Yeah. Play and look so similar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's Sony. You expect them to deviate from the norm?
Their games are too formulaic nowadays.
The low point for me is their Wii U controller. That was the low point.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Because at least with Spider-Man, you had big production, and the action scenes were cool looking.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and say it was awful. No. Project Q was awful.
Awful.
If you take Project Q out, I could probably give this a 5 or maybe a 6 just for the indie games.
Yeah.
But Project Q was such a life sucker. And the Gran Turismo movie.
Yeah. Wow, look out, Mario.
Yeah, look out, Mario.
Your box office is in trouble.
Look out, Jim Cameron.
Yeah.
Don't hype up an event like this, Sony, if you're not going to deliver.
Exactly.
There's rumors that Nintendo's going to have a presentation in June. Dear God, Nintendo, save us.
Please save us.
This was just a big letdown. Even a lot of Sony fans, even some Sony ponies were disappointed.
Yeah. Like I said, it's Sony.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
This is me, Michelle and Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
Have a good one.
Thank you all for enjoying the video, and thanks to our Patreons for supporting us. You guys help make this video possible. And you can also join our Patreon if you want for as little as $1 a month. You can get things like Jack's Joke of the Week, which will be up later today. You can also join our Reddit, which is TNTEgames. And you can also join our Discord, which is TNTBigShow-3665. And that's not all. We have an Instagram, we have TikTok, and we have a WordPress blog. Thank you all for supporting us so much, and have a wonderful day.